Cancer. This is your cosmic weather report for the week of 11/10/2020. And if you'd like to see the rest of this video, go catch it over on my YouTube channel. The full length will be there. We're looking to the movements of the moon this week to inform us of how you're doing and what might be coming your way. Also taking into consideration that there is still a lot of action in the sign that is in opposition to you, in the sign of Capricorn. This is putting some pressure on your experience, on your inner world, your emotional security, and how you're feeling at home. These planets are moving out of that sign of Capricorn. Jupiter and Saturn will be moving into Aquarius, which will take some of the pressure off of you, but that doesn't take place until December. And Pluto's hanging out in opposition to your sign until 2023. So there is definitely continued opportunity for you to tap into transformation and transforming your experience, particularly from the perspective of your own well-being at home and your emotional well-being as it relates to the collective, your career, being out in the world, the government, and those sorts of things. What this is asking you to do, really, what it's setting you up to be able to do, I should say, is to really own your own emotional well-being. And as the moon moved through Virgo earlier this week, I think it's still in Virgo today, we'll be heading into Libra. But what could be taking place for you right now is an urge to use the discernment skills of Virgo. And it may be manifesting in a way that doesn't feel very good because of all of the pressure in the world. So you might not understand that part of what is really bringing you pain right now is actually being judgmental of other people, because it may be really coming to the forefront for you a variety of scenarios that are they just don't seem right. So there's a lot of like complaining or making lists of what is wrong with a particular person. It does seem like there's one person who is bothering you, one person in particular that I would say is either, it feels personal, like friend or lover. And if it's not lover, it could be someone in sort of like an enemy position, a foe or competitor. Yeah, sort of, the thin line between love and hate. It's kind of like that vibration. So this person may be coming across to you as flaky or forgetful, having made mistakes that they won't cop to, maybe mistakes that they don't even seem to have the skills to notice. And that can be very frustrating, because if things are not going well and there's any amount of sense on your part that you're being blamed for it, where you know that the blame doesn't belong to you. However, you have a tendency to take the blame and to actually look for how you can be blamed. And part of what is taking place is this mechanism of searching for how you're not at fault that actually makes you feel at fault. It's really tricky territory. And as the moon moves into Libra, it doesn't get necessarily better for you, because there is a somewhat of an encouragement as the moon moves through Libra for you to use passive aggressive tendencies to try to get your needs met, and an indirect sort of method for trying to get to where you want to be. I'm inviting you to just really step into your own power and recognizing how many choices are truly available to you, and just taking a look at where the words have to or should are coming into play. Also making an attempt to notice if you're using the word can't. I can't do that, to check in with if that's really true. Now, I understand that if you don't want to reprioritize your time, if you don't want to have to ask to take off work to go do blank, whatever it is, or reallocate funds or whatever, I can't do that unless I reallocate funds. I can't do that unless I reprioritize my day. I can't do that unless I cancel a plan. Realizing that you could do it, you're not going to, because your priorities are in order and you're the boss of them. I hope this is making sense. Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th with the moon in Libra, you may feel argumentative and passive-aggressive. We talked about this already. Whoever is willing to be most bravely vulnerable within safe relationships, so assuming that you are safe, be willing, practice making it clear that you're being vulnerable by just truly being vulnerable and then sitting with it and not making some passive-aggressive remark. Putting yourself out there and letting it be in situations where you are safe. And if there are situations where you are not safe, establishing new and healthy boundaries or maintaining healthy boundaries to keep yourself safe, because that is your job. That is your job, okay? Reevaluate healthy boundaries and relationship dynamics to clean up and sweeten your life. Okay, you're doing great.